So hello everyone, welcome to this new video, and in this video I will be explaining the problem minimum absolute sum difference. So in this video first I will be telling you the idea to solve this problem, and then I will be coding it. So the main idea to solve this problem problem can be easily solved using a lower bound method, so which I will get into a little further. So in this problem, what basically it is asking me that I have been given two nums arrays and I have to calculate the sum of the differences between their these elements, and I have to minimize it by doing one operation, at most one operation, which is to replace any element of nums1 with any other element of nums1. So let's understand this problem, the idea to solve this problem from this example. This example is nothing but this one. So let's see. Let's see here. So here two arrays are given to me. So first one is this and second one is this. So if I don't do anything, what will be the normal sum of their differences? So for example, 1 minus 9 absolute will be 8, then 7, and then so on. So this sum is going to be 27. So what the problem is asking me to, I have to minimize this 27. So to minimize this 27, I can use at most one operation. So what I can do is that I will replace this 1 with any other element from nums1 array only. So if I replace 1 with 10, what will happen is that 10 minus 1 will become 1, and then I will replace just 8 with 1. By replacing 8 with 1, my sum, which was earlier 27, will become 20. So I have to return 20. So how can this be done? So the way I thought to do this problem was that okay, I will calculate this difference array. Now what I will do is that for each individual, I will to see I have to minimize this difference. So to minimize this difference, for example, I am at 9. To minimize this difference, what number should I choose? I should choose a number that is closest to 9. So the number that is closest to 9 is 10. Okay, so I will replace 10. Or suppose if I come here, I will to minimize this one, I have to choose a number that is closest to 3. So the number closest to 3 is 2. So then the new difference, if I replace 10 with 2, then the difference will become 1. And similarly, please pause this video and kind of do it yourself. It will be clear to you. So the best difference for each of these nums2 can be 1 1 1 0 0 0. So after I have obtained this array, what I will do is that I will calculate how much am I saving if I replace with this one. So if I replace this one, I am saving say 7 points. In this case I am saving 6 points, in this case 0 points, and then 2 5 3 points. So the best save is going to be 7 points. So I will subtract 27 minus 7. But the main problem to do here is that how do I obtain the closest number from 9, 3, 5, and in my nums1? So to do that, what I will do is that I will use lower bound method. So for lower bound, what I will do is that first I will sort this nums1 array. Okay, then using like lower bound uses kind of binary search thing. I may be wrong though, but it returns the iterator to the number that is just equal to or greater than the number that you are searching. So if you don't know about lower bound, I will advise that please like just Google it, and it will come on the top recommendations. So let's code it, and I will explain you as I code along. So for example, what happens in lower bound is that suppose I want to find the lower bound of 9 in this sorted array. So what I will get 10, the 10 here, because the 10 is the number that is just greater than 9. For example, if I want to find the lower bound of 3, the lower bound of 3 will be what? 4. If here 3 was present in this sorted array, then the lower bound would have been 3. So let's code it, and I will explain you as I code along. So first things first, I will make my just number size of the arrays, nums dot size. Then since the answers can be pretty large here, the question has asked me to take modulo. So int m is equal to what? 1 in 9 plus 7. Then what I will do is that I will uh, I will create a variable called int sum is equal to 0. Then first I will calculate the sum or like the normal something, and also I will make one variable called vector int difference n. So this difference will what this vector will hold this thing. So let's make it. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than what n I plus plus, and diff I is equal to what, diff I will be absolute of nums1 I minus nums2 I. So this will be my diff, and my sum will be what, sum plus diff I percent m, because it can go beyond like it can be integer overflow. So like this I have calculated the sum. Now what I will do is that I will I will make another variable, another vector, sorry, another vector to hold this best difference. And for best difference, before making this vector, what I will do is that I will sort this nums1. So let's sort this so that I can use the lower bound. So sort nums1 dot begin comma nums1 dot end, and I will make another vector int array. Let's name it array. So after making these two, what I will do is that I will write a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than n I plus plus. Now what I will do is that I will calculate the lower iterator to the lower bound. So let j is equal to what, lower underscore bound what nums 1 dot begin comma nums 1 dot end comma nums 2 I minus, I will just explain it what this means, nums 1 dot begin. So what this is going to do is that, see, nums1 dot begin is the range from where to where I have to locate. So just a second. So for example, I am at 5, okay, in nums2. I have to calculate, get the the index of the number that is closest to 4, closest to 5, which is not less than 5. So in this case, the answer should be 7. So what lower bound does is that I will get this number 5 into the range, and this will return me 4, the index to 7. So this is what it is, it means I am subtracting this, so this is going to get me the pointer. This thing only gets me the pointer, but if I subtract nums1 dot begin, it will get me the index. So after I get the index, it is pretty simple. I will have to do is that if j is not equal to 0 and j is not equal to n, then what I will do is that I will update my array I will just explain what this j is not equal to 0 and this means. So minimum of absolute what, nums2 I minus nums1 j comma absolute of nums2 I minus nums1 j minus 1. Okay. So why I have done this j minus 1 thing here? I have done this because, for example, in case of 5, see, if 5 was existing in this array, then I would have got the pointer to 5, and then the difference would have been 0 directly. But in this case, see, I will be getting a pointer to a number that is greater than 5, that is 7. But since we are taking absolutes here, what I need to get is 4. So 4 will be just one step less than this. So that is why I am getting just the number that is just greater than 5, and the number that is just lower than 5 if 5 does not exist. That is why I am doing this j minus 1 thing. So the problem here that can arise is that, suppose if I am at this number, then I will have, if I go like one step back, then I will go at -1, which is not a good thing. That is why I will make another else condition. And suppose if my this in case of 5 there was 100. So if the number was 100 and if I search in this vector, what it will do is that since there is no number that is greater than or equal to 100, it will return me the iterator pointing to this thing. So this will be 6, which is outside the outside the vector. So that is why I am ensuring that j is not equal to n. So I will write separate if else conditions for these two cases. I hope you are understanding it. Like, it has a little bit of prerequisite. I understand you should know about lower bound, but it will be a very nice opportunity to you to study about lower bounds because they are super helpful. So if j is equal to 0, then what I will do is that I will do array I is equal to absolute of nums 2 I minus nums 1 j. So this will be this, and else if j is equal to n, then array I is equal to what? This thing, this thing, j minus 1. Control C, Control V, and in fact the brackets are not needed here. So like this I will get my what? I will get this array. Now I have to calculate the best savings. So for best savings I will just write one more for loop. So for int I is equal to 0 and I less than n, I plus plus, and for this I will make another variable int best savings is equal to, let's say best saving is equal to 0 initially. So now best savings, best save, I should write best save, Control C, Control V, best save is equal to what? Maximum of best save comma difference of I minus array I. So this is going to be my best save, and in the end I will return sum minus best save %m. So that is the problem. It is a bit longer. There is some compiler error. So okay, I should write nums 1 here. Let's another compiler error. I have to write closing semicolon is missing. Now I hope it is finished. 3020, it is working. Now I will submit it and it is accepted. So this problem can be a little bit longer. I will just give the code in link, but I hope the idea is clear to you. And how to use lower bound, you have to study it a little bit. So that is the problem, and if you like the video, please consider subscribing the channel, and thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.